This is lesson 2, chapter cell cycle and cell division. Students, today you will learn about the cell division process. In the last class, I discussed about the cell cycle. Cell cycle, it was the sequence of events that a cell undergoes from one cell division to another cell division. And there you all found a phase that was called as the mitotic phase, where the cell had undergone the cell division process. So in today's video, I'll let you know that how a cell divides. That means I'm going to discuss only about the mitotic phase today. And this together, that is called as the cell division process. So let me start with what is cell division. Cell division, very simply, it is the formation of daughter cells from the parent cell. You can call it to be cell reproduction also. The cell division, it always gives rise to two daughter cells. From the parent cell, we always get two daughter cells, and in that way, we can see that the number of cells is increases day by day in the multicellular organisms. So now let's come to the types of cell division. Generally, there are three types of cell division, that is amitosis, then mitosis and meiosis. And in today's video, I will discuss about the mitosis cell division. Now, what is mitosis cell division? Mitosis is a cell division from a parent cell into two identical daughter cells, each with a nucleus having the same amount of DNA, the same number and the kinds of chromosome as the parent cell. And hence it is also known as equational cell division. এতিয়া এই ডেফিনেশনটোৰ পৰা কি বুজিলা? মাইটোসিস এইটো এটা সেল ডিভিজন প্ৰসেস হয় যেটো এটা সেল সাইকেলত ইনক্লুড হৈ থাকে আৰু মাইটোসিস সেল ডিভিজনত এটা প্যারেন্ট সেলে দুটা ডটার সেলক প্রডিউস কৰে আৰু সেই দুটা ডটার সেল প্যারেন্ট সেলটোৰ একেবাৰে আইডেন্টিক্যাল হয়. Say for example, if the parent cell it possesses 10 chromosomes, then its daughter cells will also possess the same chromosome. That means here the parent cell it distributes its content equally into its daughter cells. So etu kane koise je the parent cell into two identical daughter cell, each with a nucleus having the same amount of DNA, that same amount of DNA thakibo, same number and kinds of chromosome as the parent cell. And as the parent cell, it distributes the same amount of its chromosomal content or the genetic material. That is why it is also known as equational cell division. Eta cell division budi ahile yat ami mainly nucleus tour uporot besi importance di. So mitosis cell division hetu karone ei gutei mitosis process tut duta main steps ase. Eta hoise karyokinesis aru itu hoise cytokinesis. That means at first karyokinesis, there the division of the nucleus will take place. Here not the other contents of the cell that is considered, here only the division of the nucleus, and after the division of the nucleus, the division of the cytoplasm, that is called as cytokinesis, that is considered. So yat moi meaning kita koi disu. Karyokinesis, karyo, it has come from the word karyon, that is the other name of nucleus, aru kinesis mane hoise division. So teneke cytokinesis, cyto means cell, kinesis that means what? Division or to divide. So ite guti meiosis process tut karyokinesis aru cytokinesis hoy, aru ite karyokinesis or underot ase amar phages kita. যিকেইটা হৈছে prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So these are the 4 phases in which the division of the nucleus takes place. এতিয়া মাইটোসিস এই ৱৰ্ডটো তোমালোকে পাইছিলা সেল সাইকেলত, যে তাৰ এটা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ এটা ফেজ থাকে, সেইটো হৈছে মাইটোটিক ফেজ, আৰু সেই মাইটোটিক ফেজটোতে পাইছিলা তোমালোকে প্ৰফেজ, মেটাফেজ, এনাফেজ এণ্ড টিলোফেজ। এতিয়া এইকেইটা হৈছে মেইন মাইটোটিক ফেজ, য'ত নিউক্লিয়াছৰ ডিভিজন হ'ব লাগিব, কাৰণ ডেফিনেশ্যনটোত আমাক কোৱাই হৈছে ডেট দ্য daughter cells, here the parent cell, it will give the daughter cells its genetic material in equal amount, and there the number of chromosome that will also be same, and the kind of chromosome that will also be same. তো হেতু কাৰণে কি হ'ব লাগিব, নিউক্লিয়াৰ কন্টেন্টৰ সমানে ভাগ হ'ব লাগিব। সো এতিয়া কেনেকৈ এটো হয়, তো হেকিটা আমি পঢ়িম এই কেৰিঅকাইনেসিছৰ 4টা ফেজছত। দোজ আৰ দ্য প্ৰফেজ, মেটাফেজ, এনাফেজ এণ্ড টিলোফেজ। Now let's discuss about prophase of karyokinesis. So prophase, that is the first stage of karyokinesis of mitosis. And this prophase, it starts just after the S and G2 phase of the interphase. Interphase আমি ক'ব পাৰোঁ যে যিটো চেলৰ এটা ৰেষ্টিং যিটো পাৰ্ট আছে, তো সেই ৰেষ্টিং পাৰ্টত কি হয়, মানে এটা চেল ডিভিজনৰ পৰা ইটো চেল ডিভিজনলৈকে যিটো পিৰিয়ড থাকে, তো সেইটোক আমি কওঁ ইণ্টাৰফেজ। আৰু এই এটা চেল ডিভিজনৰ পৰা নেক্সট চেল ডিভিজনটো যিখিনি তাত ইভেণ্টছ হৈছে সেইখিনিকে আমি কৈছিলোঁ চেল চাইকেল। So এতিয়া prophase start hobo, it will start after the synthetic and G2 phase of interphase. Is it okay? So the S phase must complete, and after S phase, G2 phase of the interphase it must complete, and only then after that the prophase will start, and from then on we will term it as mitosis. And there, as the division of the nucleus is taking place, so we call it to be karyokinesis. That particular phases together, that is called as karyokinesis. So now here what happens, as you know that the nucleus, in the nucleus, as we have discussed about the structure of the nucleus as well, so there you have found about 2 types of chromatin fibers. One was, or chromatin threads, one was eukaryotin and another was heterokaryotin chromatin, euchromatin and heterochromatin. So there, the chromatin fibers, they are actually the DNA molecules. And these DNA molecules, after the formation, they starts to intertwine, or they starts the initiation of formation of the chromosome. That starts right after the G2 phase. The DNA molecule to কেনেকুৱা হয়, সেইটো এটা লং ফাইবাৰ নিচিনা হয়, আৰু তাতে আমি কি পাইছিলোঁ যে ক্ৰমেটিন, য'ত কইলিং ইমান বেছি হোৱা নাই, so there it was less coiling, and the heterochromatin part, so there the arrangement of the chromatin fibers that becomes more dense. Now in the prophase, the chromatin fibers, after condensation, they start forming the chromosome. So there we have the first point, important point here, that chromatin thread becomes coiled shorter and thicker, and the structure is called as the chromosome. So from the prophase stage we find the chromosomes actually, and that is nothing, that is the condensation of the chromatin fibers, jitu initially hoy ahe from the S and the G2 phase. ঠিক আছে? The chromosome, it is made up of 2 closely coiled chromatids which are held together at a particular point called centromere, so that you already know that chromosomes, so structure to ki ase, so tat duta chromatid ase, and chromatid kita lagi ase centromere. And towards the latter part of prophase, generally prophase, it starts with early prophase, middle prophase, and a late prophase. So till the time of late prophase, these chromosomes, they complete their formation, and the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus that is present in the nucleus, that also starts disappearing. Etu laheke disappear hobole dhore. So the significant phases that we can see in the prophase are the formation of the chromosomes from the chromatin fibers, and the next important changes that takes place here, that is the division of the centrosome. So centrosome ki hoy hetu cellot pori aisila je centriole along with the cytoplasm, that particular part that is called as the centrosome. So centrosome that also plays a very important role. So centrosome, so they starts to divide, that is duplication during the interphase, and begins to move towards the opposite poles. They starts dividing. So here a very important part is there, that in animal cells the centriole splits into two and begins to move towards the poles, and each centriole gives rise to the spindle fibers. Jitu amak chromosome jikita centromere ase, so that jikita lastot goi pine join hoy gai. So this centriole that gives rise to the spindle fibers. So and these are all made up of microtubules. These spindle fibers are made up of microtubules. But in case of plant cell, the spindle fibers appear, that is from the astral rays. So here they do not have the centriole. In plant cells they do not have the centriole, but they forms the spindle fibers from the astral rays. So each centromere radiates out microtubules called asters. So they simply have the asters, and the two asters together with spindle fiber form the mitotic apparatus. And there we find the mitotic apparatus. Until this part, the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus of the nucleus, that also starts disappearing. Now next, let's come to the metaphase stage. The metaphase, that is the second phase of karyokinesis during mitotic cell division process. So as you know now that after prophase, the chromosomes, due to the disintegration or the breaking of the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, they becomes exposed to the mitotic apparatus, and this mitotic apparatus that is present in the cytoplasm of the cell. That means the chromosomes, they become exposed out of the nucleus. So here in metaphase we see generally two significant changes, and those two significant changes, that is the chromosomes, they comes and gets arranged themselves in the equatorial position of the cell. So the chromosomes, they gets exposed and they gets arranged themselves in the equatorial position. That means right at the middle plate of the cell, and the spindle fibers gets attached to the centromere of the chromosome. And as you know that till the prophase stage, the chromosomes, they becomes well developed. So here now the chromosomes, as they possess the centromere, and the spindle fibers, they also start forming there in the prophase. So the spindle fibers, they come and they gets attached to the centromere of the chromosome. And the next significant phase that we can see, that is the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, that completely disappears from the cell. And that is why the chromosomes, they comes and gets themselves arranged in the equatorial position. Now let's come to the third phase, that is anaphase. Anaphase, this is the third phase of the mitotic cell division process. So anaphase, that is also divided into early, middle and late anaphase. But here I will talk about the significant changes that we can see during the early anaphase and the late anaphase. So as you know that anaphase, it just exceeds the metaphase. So at this stage, the centromere, it divides into two and starts moving towards the pole. So here The centromere, which is now at the equatorial plane of the cell, and where the spindle fibers have come and attached themselves. Now the spindle fibers, those which are made up of the microtubules, and they are formed from the centriole in case of animal cell, and in case of plant cell which are formed from the astral rays. So these spindle fibers, they plays a very important role. The spindle fibers, they pull the centromere towards both the poles, and in that the centromere, it splits and it divides into two. And due to the pulling of the spindle fiber, so they starts moving towards the pole. And because of this splitting, as you know that the centromere, it attaches the two chromatids which are found in a chromosome. So the sister chromatids of the chromosome begins to move apart towards the opposite poles of the spindle during the anaphasic cell division that takes place during the mitosis. And during the late anaphase, so one of the two chromatids of each chromosome, they reach to one spindle pole, and the other moves to the other opposite direction of the spindle pole, and thereby they reaches the poles of the during the anaphase cell division. So this is a significant change that we can see during anaphase. Firstly, here the centromere that gets divided because of the attachment of the spindle fibers, and the spindle fibers, they pulls both the chromatids, both the sister chromatids from the chromosome, and in that way the chromosomes, they move towards the poles, and till the late anaphase they reaches the pole. Now the last stage of karyokinesis during the mitotic cell division is the telophase. So as you know that during anaphase, the sister chromatids, they get separated and reaches the pole. Now the daughter chromosomes, they gets organized into a mass of network there in the poles. That is right after the stage of anaphase, where the two sister chromatids, they gets divided. So here these divided chromatids, they are called as the daughter chromosomes. So the daughter chromosomes, they arrive at the poles and organize into a mass of network. They again becomes disorganized, or the chromosomes or the chromatids, they becomes disorganized, and it forms a mass of network. And during the telophase stage, the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus reappears, and thus two daughter nuclei are formed at both the polar ends. So we find that during the telophase, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus that disappear during the metaphase and the anaphase stage, they again reappears. And as the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, it reappears, so therefore within the same cell, now we have two daughter nuclei at both the poles. And this is the last stage of karyokinesis in mitotic cell division, that from a parent nuclei, from the parent cell, now we have two nuclei there within the parent cell. And now comes the next phase, where the karyokinesis, it is followed by cytokinesis. Cytokinesis, so this is the division of the cytoplasm there in the parent cell. So you have the two nuclei there in the parent cell. Now the cell plate is formed in between the cell, and this cell plate later on splits longitudinally to form cytoplasmic membrane for daughter protoplast. So in that way cytokinesis takes place. That means the division of the cytoplasm takes place, where a cell plate is formed longitudinally, and that splits the cytoplasm or the cytoplasmic content, which we call it as the protoplast. So that gives rise to daughter protoplast. and a peripheral furrow appears in between the daughter nuclei, and this furrow depends to the center of the cell, and the protoplasm is divided into two daughter cells. So in that way, the parent cell, after cytokinesis, we find two daughter cells. So in this way, the mitosis cell division, it gets completed, where the division of the cell leads to at first the division of the nucleus, and then it leads to the division of two cells of the that is the division of the cytoplasm to give rise to two cells. And in that way, there in the daughter cell, again the interface starts, and in that way, when the interface is completed, that is completing G1 S and G2 phase, then again those two daughter cells, they again undergoes mitotic cell division, that is prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. And in that way, from one single cell we find, say for example, 2 at first, then from 2 again 4. So in that way, the number of cells, it increases. Now let's come to the significance of mitosis. So mitosis, generally, here the chromosome number in the daughter cells, it remains the same as that of the parent cell. So we find similar type of cells, and this is why it is responsible for growth and development of organisms. So mostly all the mother cellular organisms, including us, so our cell undergoes mitosis, which is responsible for the growth and development of the body. Then comes the next significance, that it helps in the healing of wounds and regeneration of lost parts. Healing of wounds, so that means whenever we have any kind of wounds or cuts, so that particular part, so that gets regenerated or that gets healed or filled up, and this is because of the mitosis cell processes. Say for example, if you pluck a leaf from a tree, so that leaf, it reappears again, so that is called as that is because of mitosis cell division. Then next is, it is essential for vegetative reproduction. Many of the living organisms, they undergoes reproduction through the process of mitosis only. So these are a few points for the significance of mitosis. So in today's class, we have discussed about the various stages of mitosis and the significance of mitosis. Thank you.